Hello everyone and welcome to Indonesia, a fascinating country with extraordinary natural beauty and rich culture. Right now, I'm at the Nusa Putra University in Sukabumi, and from here on, I will start my adventure to explore Indonesia's rich culture and heritage. Prepare to be enchanted by its beauty. Let's go!
I started my trip from Sukabumi. The first destination I explored is an icon of Sukabumi Regency called the Situgunung Suspension Bridge, which is the longest suspension bridge in Southeast Asia. At Situgunung, I hiked in the forest for approximately 4 hours, passed several other suspension bridges, saw traditional art performances, discovered edible plants, enjoyed the coolness of the Lembah Purba waterfall, and witnessed the beauty of Mount Gede Pangrango up close at sunset. But I could not get enough of the natural beauty of the mountains, waterfalls, and the jungle at the Situgunung Bridge. I was still curious about the abundance of natural beauty in Sukabumi Regency, and I continued my journey to 3 more destinations in the south of Sukabumi in the amazing Chileto Geopark. There, I was thrilled by the view of the Indian Ocean from the top of Dharma, followed by a trek to the Cikante waterfall, and finally enjoyed the sunset at the relaxing Palangpang beach.
I think it's super cool they have black beaches here. It's super unique because they have so many volcanoes, and it's from that that beat up molten rock is where the black color actually comes from.
Now that you say it, I didn't think of it actually, that's from the volcanoes.
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's a volcano right here?
Oh, there has to be one nearby.
Probably this mountain.
Yeah, pick a mountain. One's probably a volcano.
One's a volcano.
But those little houses out there are super cool too that those
Yeah.
fishermen use.
And it's like, I'm surprised that it's like not touristic at all, because go to any country with a black beach, it's always touristic.
It's gonna be packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really
here
cool.
they just casually have like
Yeah.
beaches everywhere.
Like, oh no, this is just normal. I'm like,
Yeah.
you have no idea how cool that is and what a gem that other countries don't have.
Yeah, seriously.
The next day, I continued my travels back in Sukabumi city to the traditional batik house of Sukabumi called Lokat Mala Batik. Here, I created some beautiful patterns in typical Sukabumi batik. In addition, I also learned about the history of Sukabumi, which was really captivating, and tasted a traditional snack made of candied nutmeg, a very important spice to the Regency.
And like, I didn't know we can eat like the whole nutmeg, like everything from it. The fruit, the foliage, and like the nutmeg for spice is like so versatile.
After our batik workshop, I continued to a traditional Indonesian mochi place. I witnessed how to make mochi and what makes them unique and different from other mochi in other countries. The texture is very chewy and it is filled with sweetened peanuts or cheese, which for me was very untypical, but so delicious and definitely energizing.
I feel full because we ate a lot of mochi, but it was very delicious. And we got to show our skills in rolling the mochi. So they experiment with the flavors, like with chocolate. I've never seen chocolate covered mochi, but it was so delicious. Or mocha, or durian jam. Cheese! Oh my god.
The cheese in mocha
That's
was
so
surprisingly
Indonesian.
good, actually.
Yeah, but the cheese was actually good.
Yeah.
Seeing that we still had some time left for the day, I continued to a new destination to explore and experience traditional Sundanese culture with dance and music. We were invited not only to watch, but also to participate and learn how to play music at the art house of gamelan, which is the name of the traditional instrument.
Selamat datang di Ikuti studio. We are here in Sukabumi at the dance studio, and we learned a bit of the Jaipong dance with these beautiful dancers. It was so amazing to see them dance. And there's even like the difference between the dancing of the women and the dancing of the men. And we got to see both, and it's just amazing what they can do. And it's so beautiful to see this tradition, which has been like since ever Sunda existed. So it's so nice we got to see a bit, and we even learned a bit of it. In Sukabumi, I found a lot of hidden treasures and encountered beauty I have never seen before. I learned to admire and understand the culture, the language, and the social aspects, which made me really appreciative and aware of the rich heritage and history it has to offer.
After exploring and understanding the very valuable diversity of arts, culture, and traditions in Sukabumi, I continued my ventures to the next archipelago destination in Yogyakarta in Central Java and Bali for 1 week. We reached Yogyakarta after 12 hours of travel to arrive at the Borobudur Temple, the largest single Buddhist temple in the world. Even though it was my second time visiting, I still learned many new aspects about this temple, the culture, and the history.
Hi, so my experience at the Borobudur Temple is pretty nice because I was here before and I thought I couldn't learn much more. But now that I'm talking to the guide, I see that there's actually still something to learn and there's always something to discover about the temple. And I'm glad I'm here so that I could get some new nuances to all the hidden meanings and symbolism that are here at the Borobudur Temple.
Following this architectural masterpiece, I visited the Prambanan Temple, where our tour guide explained all the historical remains and hidden legends of the Hindu temple, which includes the legend of the Princess Roro Jonggrang and Prabhu Boku's love for her. In Jogja, we also stayed at a hotel together, finding comfort and time to get to know each other more.
So we're now at the end of our tour at the Prambanan Temple, and we learned a lot about the culture, about the legends, and we saw all the statues inside, and it was so beautiful to see them. It's a very spiritual place, and I'm very glad we visited.
I have visited 2 historical Buddhist and Hindu temple sites in Central Java and Yogyakarta. I got a complete and in-depth experience of cultural riches, down to the splendor of architectural remains from ancient times. And to continue with the educational and intriguing destinations, we traveled to the Kraton Palace in Yogyakarta to learn about the Sultan of the city, their heritage, and important identities.
Hello, good afternoon. So here we are after lunch at the Royal Palace of the Sultan in Yogyakarta. Right now we've gotten a tour leading us through the marriage, how the ceremony works, and we saw behind us is the place where the ceremonies take place, and we could see the traditional clothing and the bathing ritual, and it was very interesting how they get together and their traditions before marriage.
I gained a lot of knowledge at the Yogyakarta Palace, from royal history to art and local wisdom. It offers many diverse lessons. Before returning to our hotel, we enjoyed the famous Malioboro market. I tried traditional food, bought batik from local artists, and souvenirs. The following day, we arrived in Solo to learn more about their heritage. One of the destinations I visited was the Heritage Palace, a tourist attraction in Solo in Central Java, which was a former sugar factory and is now converted to a museum with an ancient feel and classic European-style buildings.
So we finished our tour through the Heritage Place with the Automobile Museum and the Optical Illusion area, and it was so much fun, and I think everyone had fun, and we were all just coming together, laughing, taking the pictures, and it brought out the inner child, I gotta say. So I would recommend it. It was super much fun.
We were offered some various natural beauty products such as body scrubs, facial masks, fragrance oils, and body care concoctions using traditional ingredients which are believed to have benefits for beauty and skin. One of the places you must visit is Mangkunegaran Palace, which offers typical royal architecture, and a museum which holds art collections, historical artifacts, and cultural heritage from the Mangkunegaran Kingdom.
So after lunch at the Pecho Solo, which was very delicious by the way, we are now at the Sultan Palace in Surakarta. and we learned about the history, of course, but for me it was very nice to see the interior and to learn what the places are meaning to them, what is happening there, the ceremonies, the dances, and like seeing just pictures of the king and who it is very nice and very cool. And the garden inside is super nice, and we even got like the princess's tips on skincare and incense and we could buy that, which is very nice. So yeah, it was all in all a very pretty place and nice experience.
You can definitely experience that every place or region has its own characteristics and unique identity. And currently I am in Solo after exploring and gaining knowledge about the Mangku Negaran Palace, and after I decided to visit a batik shop to buy more souvenirs.
Hello, so as you know, we are now at the batik store in Surakarta. And I'm looking for souvenirs from my family, and I think that these bags are so nice because you can see it's all handmade, and like I cannot find bags like these in Germany, so these would be like super great souvenir, and I really love the colorful texture of the bags.
I feel like the days go by so fast. It has already been 3 days and more than 7 touristic and cultural destinations. Now it is time to cross to Bali by ship and explore the rich culture there. After our travels in Central Java, I finally arrived in Bali after traveling for approximately 13 hours by bus and ferry from Solo. During the trip, I was given information about the Bali area. It turns out that Bali has many traditional villages and has its own regulations apart from state rules and laws. The first destination I visited was a giant statue which has a history and is an important and iconic symbol in Bali, named the Garuda Wisnu Kencana statue, which stands tall in Unggasan village, South Kuta, Badung Regency in Bali.
And this is our first destination, the Garuda Wisnu statue. And I guess Jordan and August already told you a lot about it. It's very big. I didn't expect it. It's impressive. So it's like a whopping 121 meters high. And also on the way here, we learned a lot about the traditional village in Bali, in east of Bali, and how they have their own rules, and additionally to the Indonesian rules and law, and just what makes Bali special from other places, because also it's like a very touristic place, and we learned like how did it get to be this special island.
Further information about the Garuda Wisnu Kencana statue. It consists of around 754 modules, with each module measuring about 4 times 3 meters and weighing approximately 1 ton. Wow! After exploring the impressive and giant Garuda statue, I continued my journey to the southern region of Bali to visit one of the Hindu temples and places of worship, where I watched the Kecak dance, which is a popular traditional Balinese dance which is often performed in the afternoon at sunset with the beautiful backdrop of the Bali Sea.
Wow, we are finished with the amazing dance and show of the Ramayana story, and it was so mesmerizing, seriously, and the chanting was just so trance-like. It was like amazing. I can just recommend joining in and watching this amazing show.
Honestly, I really enjoyed the trip and destination on the first day in Bali, so much so that it didn't even feel like the sun had set. After this welcoming first day, we rested at a hotel in Kuta in Bali with a lot of comfort and luxury and a delicious breakfast. After my well-needed rest, we started our second day in Bali at the Karangasem area near Mount Agung, namely the Tirta Ganga Park, to learn about local history, legends, and architecture, which was really enjoyable.
Hi, and welcome to the water castle Tirta Ganga. we are in Bali with the Discover Indonesia program, and we even got to get a boat ride with these beautiful Balinese boats once around the pond, and we got to feed the fish. Now it's raining a little bit, but it's okay. We can still enjoy the time and the place because it's so beautiful.
You should know that the Tirtaganga Park was once a resting and recreational place for the royal family of the King of Karangasem, Anak Agung Anglura Ketut Karangasem. And after I explored Tirta Park, I continued my destination to one of the traditional villages in Karangasem, Bali, namely the Tenganan village. But before heading there, I took the time to stop for a moment to fill up my energy by having lunch at a nice restaurant with amazing view. After filling up my energy, I finally continued my journey to the Tenganan traditional village, and I gained a lot of new knowledge there and bought traditional handicrafts and art.
Hi, so we are now at the Tenganan village after our lunch, and we got to walk through the village and see the handicrafts of the people that are living here. Also, we learned that they have a ritual tonight, and this is very specific for the village because I learned that this specific collection of the fruit is only here in this village. So outside of this village, you cannot find the fruit basket like this for the ritual. And also, they have like this wonderful handicraft with palm leaves, where they cut into the palm leaves and they make this wonderful art. So I'm very glad we got to visit and just see the handicraft of the people. It's amazing.
After exploring and studying the history and knowledge, I continued destination to one of the beaches to the east of Denpasar, Bali, named the Sanur Beach. There I enjoyed the sunset and swimming, which was incredibly relaxing. After a restful evening, I journeyed to a beautiful and scenic temple at a beach called Tanah Lot, Tanjung Benoa, Kuta in Jimbaran. There I visited the temple of worship for Hindus, which is located on a rock. And before, I heard that Tanah Lot had a legend about a sacred snake that is found in a cave there. I was super interested, and I finally had the courage to even pick up the snake myself.
Hello and welcome to the Tanah Lot temple in Bali. This is our last day and we get to enjoy this beautiful temple, which is like situated at the ocean, and it's super amazing just on this little cliff at the ocean. And there's also this legend about the holy snake, which I just held, which was really nice actually. It was kind of an experience. And now I'm excited to go into the temple.
Because that day I only visited the beach from morning to evening, I took advantage of the moment by swimming and motorbike spots. I went to Tanjung Benoa to experience the banana boat there, and after I went to Kuta Beach to swim and sunbathe. During the banana boat and swimming made a perfect ending to the day, which was followed by a nice dinner together at Jimbaran Beach, which has fresh seafood accompanied by an extraordinary sunset atmosphere. This was the last destination I visited in Bali, the oldest museum there, which was founded in 1932. This museum has an important role in preserving and exhibiting Bali's cultural heritage. From this museum, I can learn many new things about Bali's history and gain valuable knowledge. I think there are still many hidden treasures that I have not yet discovered. Maybe it's a chance for me to go back to Bali and explore even more. Because after leaving there, which was our final destination, I had to return to the island of Java to complete my final destination, an ancient museum which has various fossils, the Sangiran Museum. After an approximately 12-hour drive from Bali with the bus and the ferry, I arrived at the ancient museum in central Java. Of course, there I learned more deeply about the local archaeology, which was also the last destination in exploring Indonesia's amazing culture and rich traditions.
Hello, welcome. So we are now at our last destination of the Discover Indonesia program, the Museum Sangiran. We learned about the history of the Javanese men, and on this trip we have been to places in Sukabumi, Yogyakarta, Solo, and Bali. We have seen many historical sites, we have seen many temples, we even got crafty and learned how to batik. So it was such a versatile experience. We got like so much knowledge, especially through our guides, which I'm so grateful for that they've organized guides for us, because as a tourist, when you come to Indonesia, you cannot learn all of these things. So I'm very grateful that they did this whole trip for us. And also the accommodation and the bus, it was so perfect, it was so nice. We could like hang out together. It was very, very comfortable, honestly. And the time just passed so fast. And I would like to invite you all to join the Discover Indonesia program. You can register now at this link, and I can just recommend it to you. I would like to thank the Discover Indonesia program by the Nusa Putra University. It not only helps you understand the beauty that Indonesia has to offer, it also lets you see the rich culture and heritage that it has. And also it brought me closer to the many wonderful people I have met here. The Nusa Putra Discovery Program is perfect for anyone who wants to deepen their understanding for the Indonesian culture and the wonderful beauty that the archipelago has to offer. You can register now at the Nusa Putra website.